Elul is the time of teshuvah, of self-awareness and recalibration, of inspiration and return. Savo is the parsha of Tochacha, rebuke. Now, the simple connection between rebuke and repentance appears to be obvious, but there's actually a much deeper relationship between these two themes, and to uncover this, we have to first understand the concept of flattery. The Gemara declares that anyone who is a flatterer, the fetuses in the womb curse him. Now, what is the curse of this unborn child, and why is it directed at those who flatter others? Now, to answer this question, we have to revisit the Gemara that describes the initial stage of our formation. While we're in the womb, a malach, an angel, teaches us kol haTorah kula, all of Torah, and just before we're born, this same malach strikes us on the mouth, causing us to forget everything we learned. And the Vilna Gaon explains that this refers to the deepest realms of Torah, as well as your specific share of Torah. You are shown your unique purpose in the world and how your unique role fits into the larger scheme of the human story as a whole. And we were given a taste of our own perfection, of what we could, should, and hopefully will become. And although the malach strikes us on the mouth, causing us to forget this Torah and our perfection, we don't lose it. We only lose access to it. It remains buried in our subconscious, waiting for us to rebuild and actualize it during our lifetime in this world. And the purpose of rebuke is simple. Rebuke helps us see where we've gone wrong, allowing us to see that we must change and improve in order to fulfill our purpose and actualize our true potential. Life is often difficult, mysterious, and overwhelming, and there are times when we fall, when we lose our clarity and direction. And it's precisely at this point, at these moments of internal struggle, that we need inspiration, guidance, and yes, rebuke. True rebuke is when we're confronted with the truth and we clearly see the contradiction between that truth and our current actions and lifestyle. If we have the courage to feel the pain of this contradiction, to resist the temptation to shrug it off, we can use it as guidance and inspiration to grow and get back on track towards fulfilling our true potential. And this is the importance of Tochacha. Without the realization that something has gone wrong, there is no impetus to change one's negative trajectory, to make new decisions. And therefore rebuke, this wake-up call, is the ultimate gift. In order to understand the spiritual harm caused by flattery, it's necessary to examine the internal experience of one who's flattered. When a person finds himself in a vulnerable position, when their hypocrisies and contradictions have been revealed and they're seen for who they truly are, they become broken and embarrassed. And there are two avenues of response in such a delicate, fragile moment. The first is to compliment and appease the person, attempting to prevent a complete breakdown. And this is the aim behind flattery, to falsely praise and honor someone at the exact time when they need to feel the effects of rebuke. And the second option is to give honest feedback and rebuke, catalyzing the breakdown process. And on the surface, flattery appears to be the kinder and more sensitive approach. However, at the deeper root and core of this circumstance, flattery is the ultimate evil and rebuke is the ultimate kindness. Growth takes place at breaking points, where decisions are made and will is asserted. It is precisely when one is vulnerable, when they are exposed to their internal lies and hypocrisy, that genuine and lasting change is possible. When one flatters someone at this critical point in time, they remove the impetus to change and stifle any chance of growth. It's okay, don't worry about it, it happens to the best of us. These are things that cripple the impact and power of truth. A flatterer convinces someone who's on the wrong path that he's actually on the right path. Instead of helping him see the error in his ways, the flatterer encourages him, convincing him that he was actually correct. Now, not only is he unaware of the fact that he acted inappropriately, but his chance of doing teshuvah and changing his ways are all but lost. The flatterer grants him moral immunity, alleviating the pain and impact of truth, effectively ensuring that this mistake will persist. This, in truth, is the ultimate act of evil. And we can now understand the curse of the unborn fetus. The fetus, as we talked about earlier, is shown the path of truth, given everything as a gift, and is then delivered a strike of love, charged with the mission to enter this world and fully actualize its potential. A fetus fully grasps the purpose of this life, the meaning of challenge and growth. When a person in this world is given the chance to grow, to transcend his limitations, to take the next step in his spiritual journey, but fails to do so due to someone else's actions, that person is cursed by the unborn fetus. This is because the fetus represents the ultimate expression of unborn potential, someone who sees so clearly what life could and should be, but is not yet given full expression into reality. The unborn fetus looks at this wasted potential, this unborn spiritual growth, and is pained by its lack of fruition. In truth, the person himself who fails to take that next step in his spiritual growth was once also a fetus. His own fetus curses the person who prevents him from actualizing his potential. So whenever this occurs, the concept of the fetus and this person's actual fetus both curse the individual responsible for squandering this spiritual potential. The true purpose of Tochacha is not to show us how low we are, but how great we can be. Knowing where we have failed gives us direction for how to improve. It also reminds us of something crucial. We are charged with the mission of becoming great, and we can achieve this. We may never achieve complete perfection, but we can become a little better every single day. And the ultimate tochacha, the ultimate rebuke, is coming face to face with who we could be, with our fetal selves, and realizing that we didn't actualize this potential. And this is the objective of El on our road towards Rosh Hashanah, is to recognize that truth and then choose to become that person, to fully manifest our fetal potential and fulfill the ultimate expression of true teshuvah, returning to our true root higher self. And this is the story of life. May we be inspired to confront our deficiencies, not with the shield of flattery, but with rebuke, using it to propel us towards our true destination, our higher self, our collective self, and ultimately to Hashem.